Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome all to the season 2. Oh man, that was like a hell of a brain fart. I lost like all energy. I went into it. Hello,
God, you just went like, you're like, hey, how we doing? Oh.
Yeah, I know. And then as soon as I went, hey, I went, oh, okay. I'm fucking crashing. Hello and welcome all to season 2 of the Spooky Horror Show podcast. I'm your host, Sean.
Spooky.
I'm here with Anthony, and today we're going to be talking about the terrible 2015 found footage horror film.
Fucking
that
want
Anthony
you to watch it if I paid you to watch it. Like,
yeah, 2015 found footage horror film that Anthony has to try to convince me that it's at least a 3 out of 5 film.
No, not at all.
It is The Final Project.
Failure is very, very comfortable for me.
But before we get into that, Anthony, how has your week been?
Oh, it's been a week. We had family member pass and all this stuff. We had to go to funeral and whatnot. So it was one of those weeks.
Yeah.
It seemed to be piling up, but hey, you know, one day it'll be slow.
Because you just got your house, so of course now, of all times, everything is gonna fucking hit the fan.
Oh yeah, always.
Really nothing on my front. I'm getting faster with editing the podcasts. Yeah, well, I got that done last week, so then I was able to spend the rest of this week just working on the podcast. I had to reorder
and watching terrible movies.
Yeah, I had to reorder the bomber jacket because they sent me, or they're in the process of sending me, an extra small.
Oh yeah, that's what the one was. Okay.
Yeah, I am not a toddler, so that shit is not going to fit me.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, so I messaged them to be like, hey, like, this is the wrong size. This is not what I picked. And they were like, unfortunately, it's already in production. So basically, I have to either wait and see if it fits the kid. If it fits him, he can have it. But I just reordered another one. So
well, you're not paying for the second one, is it?
Yeah, yeah. It was another $70-something.
That's not good.
Yeah,
that's not good.
It's whatever. But the wife loves the crop top Spooky Horror Show podcast hoodie. The leggings came and she's like, they feel great, and she's like, these are like perfect workout pants. So
good. So then our customers should be good. Our fan base will like it.
And then what I'm gonna show before we get into production facts, the trailer for the movie that I am an associate producer on, The Demon of Serling. Their second trailer came out, and before we jump into everything else, we are going to
take a gander, everyone.
I don't think I have. No, I don't have anything set for. No, this is a new one.
But you showed me this though with this guy. I think I remember the guy.
Oh yeah,
what the fuck?
He's the director.
This looks actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm like I have hopes for it. A bunch of his stuff I think is on Tubi right now. So every so often,
Tubi's been actually coming up with some good stuff lately.
Yeah, I mean, not this movie.
No,
not the Final Project. Not that one.
Not at all. I hope it is the Final Project, that they never do another one.
Has he made anything? He made another movie.
Oh God.
That released in 2020 called Hallowed Be Thy Name. Sure, man.
Okay, the name sounds good, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's no, it's not good. But yeah, let's get into some production facts. Final Project is a 2015 American found footage horror film directed by Taylor. I believe his name is Richard, because it's R-I-Chard. So I think it's Richard. It was written by Richard and Zach Davis, and it stars Teal Haddock, Aaron Jones, Leonardo Santini, Evan McLean, Sergio. Is his name really Sergio Suave? Sure,
Suave?
Yeah. Damn. And Amber Irwin. Quickly, what do you think about the film?
Oh, it's just disgusting. It was terrible. It was the most boring shit I've watched in a while. I'm sorry. There's nothing redeemable about it. The audio sucked. I couldn't hear fucking anything anybody was saying. And now, mind you, my main place to watch these movies is downstairs. It's a surround sound. It's like a normal surround sound. They got the speakers up on the fucking pods, level with your ear. Everything sounds amazing. This, I have no fucking idea what they were saying. Not that they were saying anything of importance, but
I had no problem with I had no problem with audio besides the loud bangs. The loud bangs were out of fucking control. But like I watch all these things with closed captions on, so I can like see what shit that they've done. My biggest problem is I couldn't see a goddamn fucking thing.
Oh yeah, I know it's supposed to be found footage, but like at least let us be able to see anything at any point in time.
But like it's supposed to be found footage, but at the same time they're shooting a documentary, so they would have equipment to light shit.
Yes,
but they don't.
Anything.
It's just like there's a bunch of times that like I just have written like, I don't know, man. I think there's people there. I can hear voices and a light silhouette of someone, but I don't fucking know. But
it was a hard watch. Even the wife was like, "This is terrible. Like I'm absolutely bored." I was like, "I don't know what to tell you."
All right, then let's see if we can like try to bang this out as quickly as possible. But there will be...
now if there was banging in this movie, that would have been made any kind of difference, because then you would have had some reason to be like, okay, well, it's kind of had something to it. There's nothing at all going on in this movie.
This movie 100% could have been saved by nudity.
100%.
Not 3 out of 5, but if we could give negative stars, I would give this a negative star.
Rotten Tomato has this movie, I think, at a 33%. It's really a 3. To be 100% honest, I don't know. Maybe whatever weed they were smoking that day, they need to send to some of us, because I don't know what the fuck they saw.
It's awful. It's not great.
This has the Deep House fucking vibe to it.
But at least when they got into
that is the right one, right? The Deep House, it was cool as shit inside that house.
Yeah, it's just everything else above was dog shit. But all right, let's get into some spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah, this is what we're calling it.
Yeah, we're gonna give you the spoilers so you don't have to watch it.
Don't watch it, please.
Okay, and now I think I have 8 pages of stuff, but I think it's because I broke it up into bigger into smaller chunks of stuff, so there's more space.
Okay, I was gonna say, bro, you legitimately are like you're doing some really hardcore work trying to find 8 pages worth of shit.
Yeah, it's just explaining a whole bunch of this shit. Like I what I've started doing is marking like important points with timestamps of like the shit that's happening. So the film opens with a person hiding their identity.
Little flags.
Yeah, the film opens with a person hiding their identity, talking about how they found the footage, and after they gave it to the police and they finished their investigation, he decided to piece the footage together to figure out what happened to the missing college students. So what this guy is saying is he found footage of potentially people being murdered. He gave it to the police, and when they were done with their investigation, they gave the footage back to this guy?
That doesn't make any sense on why they wanted. It's an ongoing case. At the end, it does say that. It's still an open case. Yeah. They don't give you back the fucking footage.
He wouldn't have the footage.
No.
Like, you would never, like, now if he made copies of it before he gave it to the cops, fine, that makes sense.
That would make sense.
But he didn't. He gave it to the cops did their investigation, and then they gave it back to, it's just, none of this makes sense. It's really stupid.
That's becoming a big thing with these movies.
Yeah, like, again, you'll see like the better production value. Okay, so you've seen all of the Hell House movies so far, right?
Yes.
There's like the new one's
not that brand new one. There's it's not out. Okay.
Yeah, the brand new one's not out yet.
Of course, I've seen all the Hell House movies.
So, Hell House 1 is basically the film
that drink was from like 3 days ago.
Yeah. Oh, you watched it again, or?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like 100%. Yeah, there was some shit in that. Picked up the wrong cup.
Oh.
Not cool. It's either throwing up on stream all over everything, or I had to go rinse my mouth out. That wasn't cool.
Did you get rid of the cup?
I didn't go downstairs. I got my good cup now.
Well, go put the bad cup on Meg's desk.
Fucking, that was terrible. I'm just glad I didn't swallow. That would have just been terrible.
Well, since having COVID, like, my smell is all off. Anything past a day of a carton of milk being opened, it smells rancid to me.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
Like, I opened it 3 days ago, and I know that there's days left on it, but like, I opened it and like it wafted up like rancid milk smell, and I almost threw up. And Jackie took a sip because like she's like, pour it into a glass. She's like, it smells fine. She's like, pour it into a glass. So I pour it into a glass, and she takes a sip, and she's like, it's been forever since I had milk, but like it tastes fine. And I'm just like, I can't do it. Like it's making me want to vomit. So I'm like, God damn it.
Then do you actually drink milk?
Well, I was gonna have a bowl of cereal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't just
Back
drink
to the
milk.
shit box of a fucking film.
If I'm gonna have milk, I have to either have cookies with it or cereal. I won't just drink a glass of milk.
No.
But yeah, back to the films. So you see with like Hell House, the first film, it's explained at the beginning of like the second film that the reporters that went in there and were like looking around and got lost in there, they were given the footage of what happened by the chick that survived. So then they went in, but it was they had their, I guess, like editor combing through all the footage. So he never went to the
actual place.
So he had the footage and he made it a movie. So then in the second movie, a new crop of people were trying to get him to take them there. That's why all that stuff. So it's like, the reason the footage is out makes sense. But then in this, it's like, man, I don't know. I found the footage and then we gave it to the cops. They were like, here you go. We don't need it. And it's like, really? There's video of people being murdered on it. Like, you're not getting that footage back.
Yeah.
It's just.
Cops are like, yeah, just go make your documentary. No big deal. Unsolved crime, but no big deal. Maybe you'll find it, Scooby.
Yeah. He also says he doesn't understand why they would even go to that place since they knew it was haunted. If you aren't going to live in a haunted house or make money off of stupid ass people investigating the haunted house, then just tear the fucking shit down. What the fuck is the point?
It's just a wasted house at that point.
Yeah, it's just space that could be used and you're not fucking using it. Just tear the fucking thing down. It's like, I don't understand. Like, you watched the videos, didn't you? It explains why they were gonna go there.
Right in front of you.
We get a title card that says, in 2009, 6 university film students went to, I thought it was Vacherie, but the Jen pronounces it a little bit later, and it's Vacherie. So it's Vacherie.
Oh.
Louisiana, to research a haunted plantation. The footage is a compilation of the events that took place. They try to talk to people that live around there and nobody really wants to talk about it until they do manage to find, I think, a former housekeeper?
Groundskeeper is what it looks like.
Well, the groundskeeper is the dude that's there, but they're talking to, I believe, a Hispanic woman.
That one woman that says she used to work with the family.
Yeah, so
but not for long. Yeah.
So she talked about like stuff moving around, and then they talked to some old white woman. It's like, I saw ghost kids jumping up and down on beds, and Confederate soldiers dying, and thieves, and I don't fucking. None of it matters. It then cuts to someone being stupid, not knowing how to turn on a camera. But she talks about how she bought the camera. How did you buy the camera?
How the fuck do you not know how to fucking use the camera?
Exactly. How do you not know how to turn on your own fucking camera? I don't even know what kind of camera it is. Is it a camcorder? Is it a DSLR? Because if it's a DSLR, like, you just take the cap off. Like, she's fumbling with this shit.
Very
it's
simple.
Just fucking dumb. The two of them are setting up what their project is going to be about. I'm not even completely sure at this point that they know that they're actually recording footage, because you don't see their faces. Like, you don't see anyone's faces till probably like 20 minutes later. That's when you find out their names and actually see what they look like, because they fuck around with that, and then you don't get their names and shit, and then the camera shuts off, but then it turns back on. So it's like, I think that's just like an editing choice. I think most likely the camera just kept running the whole time. Yeah. Because when Jen comes back with food, the camera's turned around, and again, it's just like they put the camera on the table, but then had them sit directly next to the camera, so you can't fucking see anything. It's so fucking dumb. At this point, after they discuss a couple of things and they talk about the plantation, it now cuts to them in class. And this 40-year-old looking student just walks up to the camera cock first and then takes it to the back of the class.
Yeah, and on top of that, is that supposed to be a college room?
Yeah, it looks like an office building.
Yeah.
Like, this is terrible. But it's like, Jen bought the camera. She stated she bought the camera because she needs it to like do her like final project. But she's the only person that has never touched this fucking camera. She bought it.
Maybe she's one of those people that just buy it for other people to use because they can't buy it.
The teacher has no idea what they're doing with the camera. They all inform them that it's for their final project. They want to do a documentary on this plantation. This scene is super boring. I know this is the scene where we're supposed we're supposed to get to know these people, but none of these people are personable.
Yeah,
There's
and there's
also
not
the
enough
fact
backstory to anything.
they are all way too friendly and personable with this professor.
That's what I mean.
Especially
I was like,
Kai.
this is supposed to be a college like thing.
Yeah, like he's talking to the professor like they're family. He's cursing, calling the professor's colleague a prick, and then the professor calls Kai a prick because he showed up late for the film, like the midterm film shoot and everything, and Kai has some weird, stupid fucking excuse. Like this whole thing is weird. It's super fucking weird, and it doesn't really make sense. And I feel like if it just started in the class instead of getting the weird
little bit
fucking
ahead of time.
Yeah, like because we're
Maybe.
God, I think we're about 15 minutes in and still
Halfway?
nothing has happened. No,
I
not
thought it was
halfway.
half an hour in. I feel like it's half an hour in already.
At 40 minutes, they're just getting into the mansion, the plantation.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah. So all of this is like weird. It doesn't really endear us to any of the characters. None of them seem
I have
fun.
nothing invested at this point.
A bunch of them also seem far too old to be in this office room classroom, right?
They all look older.
Yeah. They ask if they could leave early, even though they literally like just got in. And the professor says it's okay because they've already done everything they've had to do.
To do already, yeah.
What have they done? They
Nothing.
haven't done anything.
They just said that they were supposed to do a project. That was it. You're supposed to do a project. Oh,
It's like
okay.
I could have emailed you that shit. Like,
Most
this is
meetings
why
are
this
can be
scene
done
just
in an
doesn't
email.
fucking make sense. And then they ask if they could all leave, and he says yes. And then it immediately cuts to the two original girls, Jen and Anna, still sitting in that classroom.
Classroom.
What? Like, there's no
So much for leaving. What was the point of asking to
I don't
leave?
fucking know. And they're
Just
using
to
the
get him
same.
out of there?
They're using the same exact shit camera angle from whoever's house they were originally at. The camera is focused on Anna's hand, and that's all that's in focus. You don't see Anna's face. All you see is Jen's mouth. What is this? Who decided that this is how they should film these scenes? They could have put the camera up on the professor's table to get like a BTS shot.
Better view.
They could have just
yeah.
not had this scene at all, because I think all the scene was like they're doing their project, and then Gavin comes up and acts like he's like some Rico Suave fucking cocksucker, like, oh, Jen, fucking, oh, that's my girl, ha ha ha, and then he fucking leaves. Like, that's all. There was no fucking reason for that. There was none.
Well, just him being possessive. You'll see his true colors later.
Oh, he's such a prick. They meet up the following Saturday to pack the van and head over to the plantation. So Gavin is dating Jen. The 40-year-old looking dude that took the camera, that's Jonah, and that's Jen's ex-boyfriend. They dated 2 years ago. And Jonah looks super annoyed at how friendly his ex-girlfriend is
With her boyfriend?
with her new boyfriend. Now, granted,
Yeah,
I
well,
think
that's
they've only
usually
been
what
dating
happens.
like a couple of weeks.
Well, sure,
But
that's what happened.
it's super fucking weird.
Move
like
on,
how,
man.
right? It's like that's my girl. It's like stop. Driving to the plantation, for some reason, the topic of conversation is manscaping and how Gavin only manscapes by shaving under his balls and his armpits. Misty then complains that she doesn't want to be here. Then they play Never Have I Ever, and that's pretty much the entire drive. It's
And then
awful.
you literally, it's all it is. And honestly, you really don't even hear a good amount of what they're saying in this Never Have
Nope.
I Ever. I just can't hear shit.
No. Now, I want you to keep in mind, at the beginning of this, it said in 2009, 6 university students went missing. Okay, keep remember that number. That number.
Okay,
Okay?
6.
Everyone is asleep in the van except Jonah, who is driving, and Anna,
There's only 5 of
who's
them.
riding shotgun, and then whoever is in the back holding the camera. Jonah's lost, and Anna's making fun of him for it. And then Jen screams herself awake from a nightmare, scaring everyone else and almost causing an accident. At this point, I'm like, well, I guess she's gonna be the psychic. She's like psychically linked to the plantation or some fucking bullshit
Yeah.
like that. They decide to stop off at a gas station to grab some snacks when Misty's talking to the gas station attendant about where they're going, and the gas station lady starts yelling at them about not going. It's haunted by the
Yeah,
people
she's
who used to
warning them.
own it or lived there, and if you go there, you're gonna get cursed. I have no goddamn clue what this woman is saying, because when she starts freaking out, you stop
But I think she's
understanding a
like
goddamn
Creole.
thing.
Yeah,
I think she's supposed. I think it's.
drinking-
I don't know if she is actually Creole, but I'm
Or it's
assuming
like a
this is
French
supposed
dialect.
to be. I'm assuming because this is supposed to take place in Louisiana,
Louisiana.
but the director shot everything in Georgia. So this could be a woman from Louisiana, or it could just be someone doing a really shitty fucking accent. Either way, it's fucking awful because you don't understand a goddamn thing this woman's saying until you put on fucking subtitles.
Just freaking out.
However, the best thing, Misty's only response to this woman yelling, "You guys are gonna die," is, "Well, I need the extra credit, so I don't care about no ghost."
She's a dick. She's just a straight dick. What?
Outside, Jonah's telling them maybe they shouldn't go and just turn around. It's not worth it, and Jen clearly doesn't want to do this, but Gavin comes over all tough guy bravado saying, "What do you mean, Jen? Last I heard, Jen was my girlfriend." What does that have to do with anything?
Doesn't even matter. What does it matter? No one's trying to get you, girl.
It's like him screaming like that legitimately is like he might as well just be screaming, "I have a tiny dick." It's like, what, like, just shut the fuck up. The girl is with you. Just don't be a dick. If you don't be a dick, the girl will stay with you. Like, that's how that works.
I mean, he's already proven that he's a dick, but that's later on.
Yeah. Back in the van, they continue driving. It's more driving. We're back to Chupacabra territory, where it's just fucking driving for the first 20 minutes.
And that's it. Nothing more.
I'm sorry,
comes
driving for the first 40 minutes. Because like I said, they don't actually enter the house until like the 41-minute mark, something like that. They stop and do a little hike to the plantation. Oh, that was a weird fucking hike. Huh. They stop and do,
you good there, Brian? Your drink?
Yeah, no, I think I need to drink more. I'm probably dehydrated. I told you, like, when I went to Alamo Draft House to go see Evil Dead Rise, everyone go see Evil Dead Rise. But I drank a lot. They had it's a boozy, like, cold brew, like, milkshake type thing.
Ooh,
so it's coffee,
like an alcohol milkshake.
Yeah, I had a lot of them. They were good.
Jesus,
they were $10 a piece. It's not that bad, and it was a big cup. I think Jackie was saying that they put an Alamo Draft House on Staten Island. I don't know if that's true or not, though.
I think I think they might have. I have to look. There's a Texas Roadhouse, I think.
Why would you want to go there?
There's one up the block.
Just, you go, like, every time I've ever gone there, it's just fucking people chewing fucking peanuts and then just spitting it on the floor. It's like, nah, I'm good.
That's Five Guys. It's not fucking.
No, that's not Five Guys. Five Guys, there's no peanuts at Five Guys. What are you talking about?
There isn't. No,
there isn't.
Yes, there is. They're just fucking boxes of peanuts when I walk in at Five Guys.
No, that's Texas Roadhouse. They just have like endless fucking peanuts.
Out here, you're a peanut. Out here, no, you walk in, it's right there.
That's disgusting. I'm coming in for a burger. I don't want peanuts. Like, get out of here. But yeah, so
and like,
they
like circus peanuts.
Yeah, they stopped the van in like the middle of the woods and they decided to hike up to the plantation stables. And this is where I became confused. They said in the beginning, 6 students, correct?
6 students. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not.
But I just realized here there are 7 people.
Wait, how's there 7 people?
Misty, the ditzy blonde. Jen, the girl with the psychic connection. Anna, the take charge girl. Jonah, the 40-year-old looking ex-boyfriend of Jen. Gavin, the new boyfriend. And Kai, the
camera guy.
That's 6 people.
The camera guy.
And then there's a camera guy. Who the fuck is this camera guy?
You're right. You're right. What happened to him and why wasn't he messaged? Oh, fuck, you are right.
I realized this because I'm watching it and all of a sudden I see all 6 of them in frame. And I was like, I thought Jonah was supposed to be the camera guy. So why the fuck is Jonah and everyone else in frame right now? So I'm like, was this, I don't know who this person is. Is this person, is he even a student? Did they just like hire a bum so no one like I don't know who the fuck this person is. But after all that passes, Misty, I keep wanting to say Mitzi because it rhymes with Ditzy because that's who she is, but her name is Misty. She scares everyone saying she saw a snake. They start running away and then decide to make their way to the front of the main house. Along the way, Gavin complains about the heat and takes his jacket off. Louisiana or Georgia, doesn't matter. Why the fuck are you wearing a jacket in the middle of the summer? Spring or summer, it doesn't matter. Humidity is like 100%. What the fuck are you doing? That's stupid.
And it's in a house that's completely been blocked off.
Yeah. Misty complains how she's getting sunburned, so she takes off her top, like her little top shawl thing, and now she's just wearing a very low-cut halter top. You complained about a sunburn, so you took off more clothes.
Yeah, and then they made fun of her like, you never get a sunburn. I'm like, why wouldn't she if you're saying she's like
it's
ultra
like
white?
All they do is start makeup. To get a sunburn, you'd have to sleep with the sun. Okay, fine. Yeah, I get it.
Ain't no sense.
She's pale. But guess what, Jen? Gavin wants to suck on her titties because the second you walk up a little bit, he sneaks over to her and gets down real nice and low and starts whispering to her. They make it to the front.
Oh, just nothing but a dick.
Yeah. They make it, well, I mean, she's really no better. They make it to the front of the house and they meet the caretaker.
She's obnoxious more than the dick. The caretaker was funny as hell.
He was funny, but he seems like an asshole. He throws the keys at Jonah and Jen. But no, he throws the keys at Jonah, and Jen asks if they just give him the keys back in the morning. He just laughs and walks away. It's like, that should be like an indicator something's gonna fucking happen. You know, like, it's probably not gonna be good. While everyone's setting just some of this stuff up, I don't know who, someone has a camera and is spying on Jen and Gavin having an argument where, surprise, surprise, Gavin is an immature, abusive asshole grabbing at 100%. Jen's arm,
like yanking on her.
Yeah,
real domestic abuse wise.
Yeah, and when she walks away, he even like takes a fucking swipe at her, and it's like, dude, you're a fucking dickhead. And later,
it was over nothing.
Later, like I think I said earlier, I have a little like section that we're gonna act out that would fix his character so that he's not a complete and total fucking asshole the entire goddamn time.
It's all about wording.
Yeah. Someone has a camera on Anna and it's glitching out. Now, again, hold on. I don't know if someone has a camera or if they have a camera on a tripod because they didn't really bring anything up. But the camera was just with whoever had the camera and they were recording Gavin and Jen. But then the camera is on Anna and it starts glitching out, which of course, you know, that means ghosts. And then it immediately cuts to being zoomed in on Misty's tits. Gavin and Jonah go to open the door and there's a loud bang, causing them to jump away. They're down to just leave. They feel there's someone like fucking with them inside the house, but Jen said there's no one in the house. Do you like how...
She knows something. She knew.
Yeah.
She knew ahead of time. She had the sense.
Yeah. Now, do you notice that Gavin and Jonah get along perfectly fine?
As long as she's not in the same scene.
As long as she's not in the same scene, or Jonah doesn't like mention Jen. If those two
can't say my girl's name
happen, yeah, they're perfectly fine and they're buddy and shit. Like it does, the whole thing doesn't make sense. This is another thing where it's like
it's never an attractive thing to act like that.
No, not at all.
And if it is attractive, that girl's fucked up. She's fucked up in the head. Don't do it. She has daddy issues you don't want to handle. True.
When they question why she believed there's no one in the house, she just says there isn't. So Misty grabs the keys from the guys, calls them like pussies or something, and then tells them she's getting her extra credit on this assignment. They turn around and the caretaker is suddenly standing there again.
I wonder how badly this bitch is failing.
Yeah, I know, right? I think he says something, I don't fucking remember, and then he just walks away again laughing. Everyone but Jonah and Gavin enter the house. They look around. Jonah tells them they have to go get the rest of the gear. They're not bringing the van up because they don't want the house to interfere with the feed from the gear.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Are they automatically assuming there's paranormal activity that's gonna fuck up things? Is that what they're assuming?
But I do state later.
What would fuck it up?
I guess someone is staying in the van. I guess that's who that other person is. Yeah, someone's supposed to.
So yeah.
But how are they transmitting the video feeds?
I'm assuming they just gotten them off the cameras.
No, because
how are they transmitting that? Is it going through a Wi-Fi to them there? They're not wired.
But yeah, they didn't set anything up.
So what's the truck for?
And it's like all they would have needed to do is have the van closer and just have like some cables, or like no one took out a computer. And this is like 2012 they started filming this, and I think it's supposed to take place in 2009.
2009.
There's no hard wires for this stuff. They don't have a computer anywhere to like set up for Wi-Fi. Even. Yeah, like they don't have any of this. So how the fuck is this footage supposed to go over? It just doesn't make any sense. So the guys all leave to go get the stuff. Yeah, so right now I think it's just the girls walking around. I don't know if the camera dude is with them or not. Because I don't remember if all three.
No, they're both in the scene.
All three of them are in the scene, right? Misty, Jen, and Anna. So then the camera guy is following them around, right? Or does Jen have the camera?
I don't think Jen has the camera.
All I know is they're walking around, and then Misty brings up why her and Gavin, like asking her like why her and Gavin are having a spat. Jen explains that it's because he's like whatever with Jonah, And this is where you can kind of see that Misty has either fucked Gavin or wants to fuck Gavin.
Wants to.
Because she starts talking
feeling
about
out that water.
If I had a man like Gavin, I wouldn't care about Jonah.
She clapped back with that too. She's like, yeah, I bet if you had a man like.
Yeah, but it's like, why? Like, conversations like this are never.
It's filler.
Like, good.
It's shitbox filler.
You know, that's like me saying because you and Meg had a fight. Me going, well, if I had a woman like Meg,
yeah,
I wouldn't care about anything. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
well,
that's
I don't
not
think any of these
cool.
people are actually friends. They're just classmates. So it's not like they have any vested into them.
Then they say some really fucked up shit. They pull the cloth off the painting or a photo, like whatever the fuck it is. And two white girls point out that the woman in the painting looks like Jen. That's some racist ass shit.
That was mean, yeah.
Not all black women look the same. I mean, you can't make anything out, and I'm still not completely sure have we actually seen like a full-on good photo of Jen?
No.
Or is it just all this like really shitty? I think in the van when she woke up screaming, but it was a side profile, you don't see anything. And then at the gas station, really quick before it turns.
I think the gas station was the only place you saw the most of her.
Yeah, but then inside you don't even see the painting. It's just a black woman.
It's just you barely see that with how bad the fucking scenes are. Awkward.
Even Jen is quick with the no, I don't. Thankfully, all of this abruptly stops when they open up a closet door and either a cockroach or mice come out. I couldn't tell because the resolution in this movie is so
rats.
fucking
They were
awful.
like, "Oh, there's rats." I was like, "I didn't see anything move." It was so fucking shitty.
I saw something like a glob of something on the bottom, but it's so dark and the resolution is so bad I couldn't fucking tell what the hell it was. Now, like I said earlier, I've started putting in time marks when like important things happen.
Anything actually happens? What do you got? 4?
Here's the crazy thing. Absolutely, up to this point, absolutely nothing has happened. There's been no nudity.
It's so fucking boring.
There have been no spooky things. The only thing we've gotten was Jen waking her, like screaming herself awake from a nightmare. A big
not really telling you what the nightmare was about.
Yeah, a big old heaping of top cleavage from Misty, and then a door being banged on. We're 40 minutes into an 80-minute movie. Like we're officially halfway through this movie and nothing has
80
happened.
minutes too long.
It's been driving and walking with people who don't like each other and that nobody else, like the viewers, like. So like this doesn't make any sense. Gavin and Kai, which is a stupid fucking name, they spell his name like KY jelly. So it's like, it's weird.
That's terrible.
Gavin and Kai are setting up cameras with some other dude following them around. I still have no clue who that is. They finished setting up the last camera in the master bedroom that already had a tripod in it. Then they head downstairs to start filming the documentary, even though the camera like hasn't cut since like they came back in and started doing stuff. Anyway, Anna intros the documentary saying that this is for the film project for their college, and they chose this plantation because it's supposedly haunted by the mistress of the house and 4 Union soldiers that apparently died violently there. People have tried living in the house.
Never saw anything about those soldiers.
No, not at all. I think the only thing we see of like the mistress of the house is at the very end, which I don't even know.
No, you see the silhouette in the window.
Oh, do you? I didn't fucking see that.
And you see her at the end, but yeah, it took a while to see the one in the window.
Anna states people have tried living in the house since all of these events, but due to the spirits, they have been said to not stay long. They claim to have state-of-the-art equipment that will capture some footage, hopefully. They have an EMF reader, which measures electromagnetic fields. She manages to kinda say the word right the first time, and then immediately fucks up the name the next time like a drunk person. She says something like electromagnetic fields instead of electromagnetic fields. She says electromagnetic fields. They also brought it an electronic thermometer, which will measure the air temperature. And it said that room temperature will change whenever an apparition appears, or as she likes to pronounce, apparition.
Apparition?
Yeah, a digital, they call it a digital recorder. It's not a digital recorder. It's the parabolic microphone. That's what they
I said the same thing. I'm like, that's a parabolic. I know.
Yeah. We've played enough Phasmo to know what these fucking things are. This isn't the most high-tech stuff, but it's still stuff, I guess. Kai and Jonah are walking around listening with the sound recorder, or what it actually is, the parabolic microphone. And then Kai farts into it. All right. Anna and Misty are checking out. Yeah, Anna and Misty are checking out a room, and they go to look in a closet. Gavin jumps out, scaring them. He's supposed to be with Jen, so Anna's all pissed that she's not with Jen. He doesn't know where Jen is because he thought that Jen was with them. They say Jen was with
No accountability
supposed to be
goes
with
on in this group.
him. And then Anna says she's probably with Jonah and Kai, and now he suddenly cares where she is. They leave Misty alone in the room while they go find where Jen is. She lasts like all of, I don't know, 2 minutes
2 minutes
in the room before she just walks out of the house and into the woods to take the fastest piss a woman has ever taken in the history of women. From the time of like, this is the right spot. I don't even understand
what the relevance of having to do that.
Yeah, but it's like from the time it took for her to like find the right spot to start peeing, it was like 3 seconds. And then the peeing lasted like, it sounded like they just dumped out a cup of water, and then she just stands up and like starts walking. It's like, this is what is the point of this? Like, you don't see anything. It's just from a head camera. It's so fucking dumb. It's so stupid. And then for some reason, she finds it necessary to walk over to like a basin filled with water, where I guess a spirit drowns her in it.
Someone drowned her? I was so up in the air about it. I was like, but what the fuck?
Because we're not getting, because of the way they filmed it, like you're only getting like perspective shots, and it like, it doesn't like, oh, it looks like she just walked over and was like underwater. That's all that it looks like. I don't fucking know, man. As she dies, with the light, it's still sunlight, it immediately cuts to a scene where it's like pitch black and you can barely see what the fuck's happening. But closed caption is telling me that Anna and Jonah are outside talking. Like Jonah walks up and finds Anna. So
on one of the black screens, that's nothing there.
Yeah. It's like you can see like a little like white silhouette of like a shirt, and like you can't really make anything out. And if you have closed captions on, it'll say like Jonah and then his line, and it'll say Anna and then her line. So it's like, oh, okay, they're outside and they're talking. So Jonah finds Anna wandering around outside. She tells him she's looking for him and Kai, but Jonah tells her he hasn't seen Kai, even though he was just with Kai. He tells Anna he wants to go get some shots outside, but of what? You can't see.
There's nothing outside, and you can't see anything. It's pitch fucking black everywhere you go.
It's darkness. What the fuck?
In the house is pitch fucking black. Like you're just in a pitch black area. Outside.
It's like, okay.
Fucking terrible.
What is it? Jonah starts to walk away while Anna's still talking to him, and then it cuts to him inside the house walking around with Kai. What the fuck is this editing?
Oh, there is no editing involved in this. It's a pretty terrible one.
I was he was just outside. He was with Kai, and he's like, oh, I haven't seen Kai, and then he's back inside with Kai. Like, what is this? Kai is hearing something on his parabolic microphone. As Jonah's camera starts freaking out, the EMF reader starts going off, and it's basically pointing towards the fireplace. They check it out, but nothing's there. They check the EMF reader to see if it's like working correctly, and it's not, I guess. So they go looking for the rest of the group, screaming for them, but nobody answers. Walking outside, they find Anna and Gavin. They say they're looking for Jen. Hadn't Anna just seen Jonah?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't this have already been discussed?
And why hasn't anybody checked on her since she's been gone for a while now? This is like the third time they've asked about her.
She disappeared while the sun was still out, and nobody went looking for her until like it was dark.
Pitch black right now.
I'm assuming a shit ton of time has passed, and they still haven't found Jen. So shouldn't they be more alarmed at like her missing?
You would think,
because then they say that they left Misty in the room upstairs. But that had to at least be like an hour or two ago, because the sun was still fully out, and now it's pitch black. Is none of this concerning?
I mean, by the second time they were asking about her, I would figure somebody would have went somewhere and be like, "Hey, let's check on her." And nobody did shit. Not one person.
Well, because again, it's weird because Kai and Jonah are walking around inside. They're investigating all that stuff, and then Anna and Gavin go looking for Jen. But they think that Jen is possibly with Jonah and Kai, so they're gonna go look for them. But then it cuts to a scene where Jonah and Anna, Jonah finds Anna outside without Gavin, and she's like, "Oh, we were looking for you guys because Jen's missing," and he's like, "Oh, I haven't seen Kai." And then it cuts to Jonah back in the house investigating with Kai. If you knew all this stuff was going on, wouldn't you be like, "Hey, we need to go find the others and Jen because Jen's missing"? Instead, no, it's like, oh, okay, we'll keep doing this, and then they meet up again. Now at some point, Anna has met up with Gavin again, and now it's like, oh, we were looking for you guys, but you just saw him.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I go, like, did nobody have a script? Like, if you have a script,
The
you
script
follow
was
the fucking
pretty
script.
bad.
Why is everything so jumbled? Like, you have no fucking clue what you're doing. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. This is a clear-cut case of just a bad fucking film. Kai goes to check on Misty all alone upstairs.
This is not a deny.
Yeah. Gavin starts acting like a dick again at the concern Jonah has for Jen being missing. This is getting super fucking old. I'm not liking it. And why would you want to write your characters like this? Gavin could have been written in a way that doesn't make him come off as a super possessive, arrogant douchebag with just simple changes to the dialogue. And now here's the example. Anthony, you are going to be reading Jonah. So it goes Jonah's line, then I'll say Gavin's, then you do Jonah, and then I'll do Gavin.
Why would Jen be wandering alone out there in the dark?
I don't know. She's been acting weird all day, so I'll just go look for her.
We should all go look for her.
I appreciate your concern, Jonah, but she's my girlfriend, so I'll look for her. Besides, we only have tonight to get this project finished, so you guys go take care of that. I'll go look for her. Boom.
He's telling him, like, I got it, dude. That's it. I got it. I would have taken the hint.
Yeah. It's like, he's basically saying, like, hey, look, I'll deal with that. I'll go find that. We still have to do this for a project. Just go get the shots. I'll go look for her. Instead, he's like, hey, what you mean, Jen? Jen's my girlfriend. Last time I checked, she's my girlfriend.
And
don't you even
unnecessary
look at
bickering.
her. Yeah, it's
like it wasn't even relevant to the story.
He's telling Jonah to back down while, like, not being a raging asshole, because guys like Gavin usually get the shit kicked out of them for talking to people like that. Like, you can only talk to people like that for so long before someone just goes no, and
beat
it's
the
like
shit out of you.
Yeah, it's like, because he's tall and plays sports, he like thinks like, oh, I'm this suave guy, except for the fact that one swift kick to your kneecap fucking ends any prospect you ever have of doing fucking anything, because you'll crumble like a fucking Jenga tower. Like, just like don't be a fucking dick.
For no fucking reason. Like if they were arguing or something, yeah, but he just went straight into dick mode immediately. And aggressive. Don't be aggressive and grabbing her.
Yeah. And later on, when he's like walking around looking for her, it's like he goes from like nice to aggressive, nice to aggressive. It's like, dude, you're a fucking asshole, man. Anna breaks them up, and she takes Jonah back inside. Gavin walks off by himself. Kai can't find Misty and goes walking around the house. After going back downstairs, the camera glitches a little bit and then just stays on that frame of like the hallway with the staircase leading downstairs until something white like thumps past the camera. I don't know what that's supposed to. Was that supposed to be like a ghost?
I guess someone hit it, or yeah, I guess it doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah, it just goes to thump. So I'm like, I don't fucking know. Gavin is walking around the woods calling out for Jen and apologizes for his behavior. He says,
that's
girl,
the smartest thing.
You better not be out here with Jonah. How the fuck would she be out there with Jonah? You were just with them at the
paranoid.
house with Anna and Kai. Like, there's no possible way that she would be with him when he's inside the house with them.
Inside the house.
Like, it's so
maybe
fucking
he thought
stupid.
he flew there or something.
Yeah, and then he starts spitting out gems like, you know how I get upset sometimes. You know I'm easily angered. Yeah, and I also know you got a tiny dick.
Yeah, there's the door.
What is your fucking problem?
There's the door.
But he says that shit twice. Like, he'll 2 times. You know how I get upset sometimes. You know how I'm easily angered.
I'm gonna beat you and apologize after. That's what it is.
Yeah,
much
essentially.
Like cops.
But it's like, if you notice, like, he'll be like, you know, sweet and like soft, and then be like, girl, you know I'm sorry. I just get upset sometimes. You know how I'm easily angered? And then he'll immediately be like,
those are the worst.
Jen, where are you? Out here. It's like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Douchebag.
But it's fine, because he does that until he gets like cracked in the face with, I guess, a rock. Like, I don't really know.
It's very, because you can't see anything either.
It's a white thing that just cracks him right in the face. So it's like, all right. But then we get a black screen with a lot of terrible like ASMR of I'm assuming him being dragged away through like woods. But he got hit in the face, so he might be knocked out.
Yeah.
But the camera isn't in his eyes. Knocked out. The camera is either broken or it's recording everything that happens. You don't get to have it both ways, because once it sounds like he's like, how to
do it.
Yeah, it sounds like he's put up against a tree or something, That's what it sounds like, and then you start to hear a car revving, and then
out of nowhere, there's no like
camera,
headlights coming towards them.
Yeah, it's like the camera turns back on, and then it's like headlights, and then the car hits them. And it's not the van, because the van is white. The truck that I'm assuming like a pickup truck that hit him was red. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they hear the car. Yeah, they hear the car crash from inside the house and decide to split up and go look for them.
Never split up.
Then leave.
Why are we splitting up?
Yeah, dude, I'm
dumb. Just dumb ideas.
Yeah, it's whatever, man. Anna and Jonah go to the other side of the house. Kai goes to the opposite, and while looking down, I'm assuming down into the basement, because later that's where they find him, and calling out for his missing friends, he's either hit with something or pushed down the stairs. I can't tell. It's too dark.
I think he's pushed.
They hear another noise.
It seems like it.
They, as in Anna and Jonah, hear another noise and go investigate it, and they find Kai at the bottom of the basement stairs. Anna and Jonah are locked in the basement while banging on the door for it to open. They hear a gunshot. Closed caption say it's an explosion. I don't know how there would be an explosion. I don't really know how there'd be a gunshot. But that's clearly like an Action Essentials like gunshot sound. So I'm calling it a gunshot. Anna thinks the caretaker is fucking with them. At this point, Anna starts having a breakdown. But you can't see any of it because none of it is lit. Did you like notice that? Like all you can see is like maybe her fucking arm. That's about it. The basement door opens a crack, and when they see it, it slams shut again with a thud and a scream. And then it's opened again. As Jonah exits the basement, panning the camera around, I caught a glimpse of a light in like the room to the left.
Did you?
Yeah, it's like as he was turning the camera to look in there, there's a light, and then when he turns, the light is just gone. When he comes back, the light's not there anymore. So I'm sure that was a fuck up where people are like, oh fuck, turn it off. So at this point, it's like now it just cuts to them outside, I guess running for the van. While they're running around, there's like a foghorn that blares in the distance, but I don't know why that sound would be heard. And now all of a sudden, the camera has this big, beautiful light on it that's just lighting all the woods.
Oh, everything.
Where the fuck has this light been the entire time? You can see better.
They even said on one of the cameras it had fucking night vision. Remember in the beginning?
I think the cameras inside the building that they have as like the stationary cameras,
the night vision
all of those have night vision cameras because it turns green. The one that this dude's carrying is supposed to be like the main camera that like films everyone, but inside the house it's like pitch black. Outside earlier when he's talking to Anna, it's pitch black.
It's pitch black.
Now all of a sudden they're in the middle of the woods and you can see everything, even though you can clearly tell it's the middle of the night. Where the fuck was this light the entire time you're filming shit inside the house so that people could fucking see shit? It's so fucking infuriating.
I mean, unless they're trying to convey it being a college student film. I mean, college student films are better than this.
I legitimately, I don't even know. Because it's just, at this point, I'm just so angry that the entire film you go by not being able to see a goddamn thing, and then all of a sudden it's like you're at the end of the movie and it's like, oh, I can see stuff now. It's so fucking stupid. Anna keeps screaming out for Charles. Who the fuck is Charles?
Fuck is Charles?
But she specifically keeps screaming for Charles, but I don't know who the fuck it is. They find the place that they parked the van and it's missing, and she just keeps trying to gaslight Jonah into thinking that he didn't park the van there, but he is absolutely sure that he did. She argues with him that they should go back to the house, which is a stupid idea. But
why go back? Why would you go back to this?
I would just keep following it to the road. Like follow it to a street. Like what are you fucking doing? Like you're an idiot. But yeah, so she argues to go back to the house. It's a stupid idea. They start walking back when they come across Gavin's body, smashed up against a tree with a truck. And then Jen comes stumbling up to them out of nowhere. Anna goes to like touch Jen because she's not answering anyone. And then Jen violently screams with her face contorting. So they run back to the house and up the stairs screaming out for Misty.
I don't know. Honestly, why would you go back to the house? I wouldn't have gone back to the house. What are you going to do? Hide in a place you can't get out of?
Yeah, I mean, that's what she did. I keep hearing this fucking gunshot, but I think it's supposed to be the slamming of doors.
It's slamming the
They run,
doors.
so they run upstairs. They hear like a gunshot door slam thing. So they turn around and go to run back downstairs. But now Jen is downstairs at the bottom of the steps. So they turn back around and run upstairs and hide in a closet. I guess Charles is the other. Yeah, I guess Charles is the other camera guy, because like they were saying, someone was going to stay in the van and watch the feeds. Which again, I don't know how they're getting video feeds to a van miles away in the middle of the woods. But whatever. Anna's holding the camera and she's like, Charles, if you can see this, please help me. So I'm assuming he's supposed to be watching the footage, and then seeing this, he would come to the rescue.
Oh, the guy in the car? Yeah, he didn't come in. That motherfucker was never there.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. Jonah tells her to stay in the closet and lock the door. He needs to go find Misty and starts screaming that she starts screaming Misty's dead and that everyone's dead. Anna quickly changed from the girl that is like in charge, she knows what to do, to like a weeping
completely
wreck of mess. Like
lost it.
It's like you had like this strong female lead that's like, hey, we'll figure this out, and then she just turned into like a blathering idiot. It's I don't know. So Jonah goes downstairs and finds Jen. Jen kills him. In the closet, Jonah calls out for Anna to open the door, and when she does, Jen kills her too. Then cuts to a news report that then cuts to the mystery person giving thoughts and prayers and asked if anybody knows her whereabouts to let them know. Whose whereabouts? How are we supposed to get in touch with you? You hid your identity.
They hid your identity.
Right?
And you poorly could hear what you said in the first place.
Exactly. But you then find out that it's Jen that they're looking for, because we figure out that it's Jen because it cuts to interrogation footage of Jen after everything that happened. The cops are accusing her of murdering her friends. They have her DNA on the scene because she killed them. She says she doesn't remember. She remembers driving up there and then waking up alone, but nothing in between. The room camera starts freaking out, and a spirit can be seen in the corner approaching Jen. And when the male cop starts screaming at her, the spirit takes over, and then her face contorts and she starts screaming at them, causing them to back away. And then it cuts to a title card saying, while the police still have this as an open case in search of what happened that night, no one has ever heard from or seen Genevieve Richards to this day.
It's pronounced weird.
Yeah. After all the credits are done, there's an end credit scene of a newspaper clipping for April 9th, 2009, talking about 5 university students, like 5 dead university students. And that is the end of the final project.
Fucking terrible.
What the fuck is this ending? Project. She would have never been allowed to leave the station.
Nope.
Ever. What we find out, like in that last part, so the dude that's hiding his identity is Jen's brother.
Oh, okay.
So why are you hiding your identity? You're talking about you're looking for your sister. Yeah. So why? There's no reason for you to hide your fucking identity. This is stupid. Why are you doing this? Is it because like the guy they got was like a white guy or something, and they were like, oh, we gotta hide that. It's supposed to be your brother. Like,
it wouldn't even matter. They messed the voice up so badly. I have no idea what the fuck he's saying.
So here are the fun facts. After becoming dissatisfied with his corporate job, you should stay in the corporate world, the director left it to pursue filmmaking. The story was based on the local stories about, I can't pronounce this, Chretien Point Plantation in Sunset, Louisiana. Chretien Point Plantation. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Shooting began in 2012, but not all of the sets were available until 2014. Principal photography lasted 6 weeks and took place in Atlanta, Georgia. The director said he wanted to build relationships in his new home of Atlanta rather than shooting on location. Here's what I don't like about this. Cool. None of the actors. I don't like any of the actors. The actors are they're all awful. The editing in this movie is dog shit. The audio is dog shit. Cinematography is dog shit. The location, honestly, dog shit. Because if this is supposed to be a plantation,
lighting, it would be a little bit better.
This doesn't look like a plantation. So
they said it was so big, but yet we only saw like 6 rooms, if you're lucky.
Yeah, it's so big that when people are calling out for others, they don't hear them. Like it's stupid. And then but now again, the math is still fucked up. How many fucking students are dead? Is it 6, 7, or 5? At the beginning of the film, it says 6 university students went to the plantation. That's not true. There were 7 of them. But then at the end, the newspaper says 5 dead. That would still mean that there are 6 dead.
Yeah.
Because the only 7 went there, and so far the only person that's confirmed alive is Jen.
Yeah.
How did she get out of the police station? Her face contorted and she started violently screaming at the cops. They either would have shot her or sedated her. Like, absolutely not. She would not have left that police station.
Well, on top of that, she would have been, yeah, cuffed to the fucking desk normally.
Yeah. Also, the fact that you gave them the footage of everything that happened. Like,
that's still so weird.
They have her on camera snapping a dude's neck. Yeah, everyone else you can't really see what's going on, but you clearly see her snapping Jonah's neck. So she absolutely 100% killed him, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't, this is a 0, but you know, we go 1 to 5. So this is a 1. What did you like or dislike about this?
I didn't like anything of it. Watching it for the second time, I was so fucking bored. I was trying to stay awake. It was very hard to stay awake during this movie. There's nothing climatic about any scene.
Dude, literally nothing happened.
That's what I mean. It was nothing upon nothing.
The entire fucking movie, it was a whole heaping of just absolutely nothing. For season 3, we are going to need to find some like banger like movies to do, because the best movie we've seen so far this season has been the Andy Baker tape.
Yeah.
That's by far the, like, you love the what's his name, Andy Baker, or is that the
brother? Dude, I want that fucking shirt.
Yeah, I understand, like, we're watching a movie that's super old using old technology, but it's like you didn't even understand the shit that you were doing. Like, you came from a corporate job into a world that you didn't understand any of the gear. The gear. You clearly didn't understand. Yeah, you clearly didn't understand editing, because you completely fumbled fucking scenes. You don't have a fucking script supervisor there to make sure that, like, you're staying consistent with things that you're doing. You have people interacting and then interacting again, saying the exact same thing, even though we just saw them in your own edit. Like, watching this, did you not watch it, Mr. Director, sir? Did you not watch your own goddamn film to be like, this shit doesn't make sense? Like, if it doesn't make sense,
there was no like, post watching.
It's like, even if he cut out portions of it where things are like overlapping and just don't fucking make sense, and it's not a fucking 80-minute movie, it's suddenly like an hour-long movie, that's fucking fine, man. That's fine. At least you're cutting out the fucking bullshit, because every single kill was basically off screen. Yes. Besides this shitty,
and you never got to see what
snap.
Was killing you.
Yeah. The only time you see someone die and you see the person that's actually doing the killing is Jonah. Because even with Anna at the end, yeah, Jen like attacks her and like throws her to the ground, but then she's dragged off. So it might not have been Jen. It might have been someone else. Like, we don't fucking know. It could have been the caretaker, because we don't hear anything about the caretaker. So, like, it's just, this is really fucking bad. I might give his what the fuck was the name of it? Hallowed Be Thy Name or something. Like, I might.
Oh, the other one he did?
Yeah.
Just to see.
Because it's like, if this was made in, they started in 2012, and then it doesn't look like he did anything else.
Maybe after Hallowed Be Thy Name is his death.
I'm trying to see. Does he not have a? I don't see an IMDb link.
Oh, no shit.
So he directed a short called Cold Blood in 2021.
Okay.
Then he had the other movie. Yeah, so on IMDb it has the final project at a 2.9, Hallowed Be Thy Name at a 3.1, and then it says in 2022 he has something called P.S. I Hate You.
Yes, I Hate You?
He's directed a bunch of music videos in between. Maybe that, like, helped with
figuring out how to do that shit?
Because, like, this was bad. This was really bad. So I'm hoping.
No,
it's better. But let's click Hallowed Be Thy Name. It doesn't look like he used anyone from
this shitbox movie. I would hope not. Yeah. Learn from your mistakes, bro. Learn from your mistakes.
I think what he's just doing is he just keeps casting people from Atlanta.
Well,
which, I mean, is fine.
Like it did say, he wanted to build up his name in Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay. So it says the storyline for first user review, garbage fire. The acting in this is just horrid, except the mother.
Oh.
The girl Skylar needs to stick to Instagram. The black dude is gay out of no fucking where. I don't even know what that means.
I'm hoping the contents of that is the guy is gay in the movie, but has no relevance to anything, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like out of nowhere. It's like, oh, he's like super
By
gay.
the way, he's gay. Like, okay, so what the fuck? Like, you're like almost at the ending. Oh, guys, by the way, I'm gay. Why?
Yeah.
It
So
had
it
nothing
says superstition, magic, and bad decisions drive us down the road into a small town in rural Louisiana. Why does he keep doing stuff in Louisiana?
doing
But he
stuff in
films
Louisiana.
Fucking, I really hate the new way.
What? IMDb does the thing?
Yeah, everything is Atlanta. So he keeps doing shit for Louisiana, but films everything in Atlanta. Just make the shit take place in fucking Atlanta. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Maybe he didn't fucking learn from his mistakes, I guess. Like, I don't fucking know. Okay, so next.
That next movie.
I gotta see how this is the trailer for Real
Spectres.
Evil / Spectres. The acting in this is at least a little bit better.
It looks better than the last film.
Looks better than the last like 3 films.
Kind of like House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
Patients and doctors in there. Yeah, kind of. That would be a. See, it doesn't even have the other thing. That would be a. Has to be free.
Yeah, but that is next week's film. My chat, it's the entire time it has just said, like, it's had spinning connecting to chat like the entire time.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
Yeah. There is the store for some merch. Thank you everybody very much for stopping by, and we will see all of you next Saturday. Bye.
Laters.